I mean, you really need to be prepared to take the heat as a leader.
It's like good enough, so you gotta be great, and I'ma do whatever it takes. Doing what I love in life, and I'll pay the price, and not stopping even if the shit kills me, even if it kills me.
Okay, is it good? Am I in the frame?
Yep. Do you want to know what we're talking about?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
I think you have stuff to say about that.
Monday, everyone.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to MattGron Talks. My name is Mattias Gronborg, aka MattGron, and this is episode 121. And I'm the founder of the HubSpot agency iGoMoan, and here I share my scaling up journey, building this company from nothing to something. And of course, with me, as usual, my co-host, the one and only Svea Malina Landshoff.
Hi, Mattias. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. And today you caught me, at a new spot.
Yeah,
here
I
at the
saw that.
office, right?
Yeah, I just said I was confused behind the scenes. Wait, that's another direction. Again, I know you said we
Yeah.
have kind of filmed in every direction, but still, everything looks new because every week there's
Yeah.
something else. And I see you
Yes.
have your painting there, the one you talked about. Your first
Yeah,
piece
the
of art
cloud
that you bought.
cloud painter.
Looks amazing. I like that.
Yes.
It's right next to your table, so you can see it all the time, right? And be
Yeah,
reminded.
exactly. And the thing is that, in the last episodes, I think we have been talking about that. I have been waiting on my, desk to arrive, and now it's here and assembled. So yes,
I see.
here I am.
Nice. Is it
Yes,
all
this
done
is-
now, your office? Like your specific own office? Is that done?
Yes, almost. I'm still waiting. There's like a piece that should be attached here on the
Okay.
side of the desk, but it will probably arrive in a couple of weeks.
Almost. Okay.
Yes,
Did you see
so-
behind me? I have some Christmas mood here. I mean,
I can see the Christmas
yeah,
light there.
I wanted to wait until next weekend with decorating because I don't like being so early with decorating. But then yesterday I went to a store and I found a couple of nice things and I thought, should I put it away somewhere for 1 week or should I just put it up? So I put it up. But it's lagom, It's like not too much, not too little. A lot
Yeah.
of white stuff, so it's not like full on Christmas yet. It's just like more winter-ish. But anyways, enough talking about Christmas decoration. I hope you like the candle though. Hope it gives us a
Yeah.
nice mood during this episode. But also
Yes.
from the.
But it's not real.
No, I know,
right?
but I think I wouldn't put a real one there. It's too dangerous. Also, it's David's office. He probably wouldn't even realize if everything burns down. So,
Okay.
yeah. But
That glad you admitted it. You don't trust David with real candles.
Elsking, if you're watching, I'm sorry about that. I love you. But welcome to MattGron Talks, also from the headquarters here in Akersberga. This is where entrepreneurship runs smack into reality. And we smack into reality 3 times per week on Monday, Wednesday,
Yes.
and Fridays. And we do have a framework in place. And Mattias is going to share that with you now.
Yes, a real framework, not a fake framework. We have a real framework for you guys, and every Monday I share things from my self-development journey, growing as a human being and a leader. And then every Wednesday we talk about things that I'm learning in the entrepreneurial process, scaling up iGoMoan. And every Friday, I share my weekly self-inventory. And then we talk about things that I could have done differently.
Yeah.
Was that how you said it?
Yep, perfect. Differently.
Differently. And I also share things I have learned. And I'm also sharing the victories with you guys. And you, Svea, you summarize it as my
diary. Yes.
Yeah.
But today is the Monday episode, and you just said it. We talk about self-development, leadership, that kind of stuff. And I think today's topic is a more towards the leadership, and I've actually come across a quote the other day. And
All right.
it said,
I love quotes.
Yeah, me too, because it inspires me a lot for like some episodes actually. So that quote is, "To be able to lead others, a man must be willing to go forward alone." And this quote is by Harry Truman. He was a president of the United States many years ago, I think in the 50s. And that reminded me of you actually, because on a couple of occasions you said something like that entrepreneurship or being entrepreneur is a lonely sport. And today I want to dive deeper into that topic and ask you, what do you mean by that when you say that?
I think the first thing that came to me was how, we as a human beings, we are kind of we love to be part of the herd, the tribe, and being a leader is very often, really, take the first step forward and make decisions. And
true, it's maybe not like the most natural decision for most people.
Exactly.
I think most people like to be like comfortable in the herd and following with the others. Yeah.
I mean, for sure, on a psychology level, it's against our nature. So that, I mean, you really need to be prepared to take the heat as a leader.
Yeah.
And but I also think that I mean, now we talk if we connect it to being an entrepreneur or being a CEO. I also think it's a little bit different. Being a CEO, like a leader in that field, because I mean, it's of course lonely, at the top, making all the uncomfortable decisions and stuff like that. But I think, being an entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur is, it's more like, throw yourself off from a cliff and trying to build an airplane at the same time as you, or invent a parachute at the same time. I mean, when you are falling, it's another kind of stress. And of course, if you are the CEO, then and an entrepreneur, in a scale up or a startup, so I think there is definitely different kind of emotions connected to that. And I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah, but in your specific role where you are in, as the CEO and also, I mean, the leader of the whole team, basically, what are some situations that come to mind where you would say that's a good example of that, or it's a good example where it shows that this is a lonely sport, like you say that?
I mean, as an entrepreneur, when I was like 500K in debt, I started Igomon. I had back then no agency background, and I just crashed another business, and I was sleeping between the wine cellar and the garbage room, and unfortunately I just had the key to the garbage room, and that place was also Igomon's first office. And I remember when I kind of, I sold everything I had on eBay and also my apartment. And, in that moment when I realized, I had 4 boxes, 33 years old. And I think that's very important to say, because, a lot of people think, that is the kind of stuff that you do when you're 18, then it's kind of romantic, or, early 20s or something. But I did it when I was 33. It's when
most
people should buy
down,
their, they settle down, buying a bigger house or, another car or something. I was,
downsizing.
Definitely downsizing my lifestyle. Yeah. And I still remember when I was thinking about, it was like pitch dark, and I was, lying on that not very uncomfortable IKEA sofa.
Yeah.
And I remember the first night because it was this kind of sofa that you could unfold as a bed.
Yeah.
But the thing was, I realized that night that I didn't, you should also like buy what do you say, like mattress?
Yeah, a mattress, yeah. Was out a mattress?
Yeah, it was the one without. And
Okay.
I was so sure that somewhere in the sofa there should be you should find a mattress, but there was not there.
Okay.
So, and it was like so hard, pitch black.
Yeah.
And I really heard that fan, that noise in that basement, and then I felt, very lonely.
Yeah.
And so that was a very lonely entrepreneurial moment.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
for sure.
I like that you share that, because I feel also a lot of times like entrepreneurship and everything gets very glorified, but I mean, you have to keep in mind there are a lot of things you sacrifice on the way, and these moments most people maybe don't talk about. And I like it. You shared that there very vividly. I can really imagine how that must have been for you there. Like you said, being 33, having 4 boxes of Oreo possessions, and then sleeping next to a garbage room. Like, too bad you didn't have the key for the wine cellar. I mean, that would have been maybe a funny night then, but yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I get that. But this feeling that you described, and that I guess you have a lot of times, do you think that this loneliness, or maybe lonesomeness, sounds more positive, is it something that is negative to you, or is it maybe rather an advantage in some situations?
I think I mean, the advantage is definitely created when you how should I say, you kind of when you're in the process, it's almost like what you say, like forging the steel. So I think you become I mean, what doesn't kill you actually makes you stronger.
Yeah.
So of course it becomes an advantage. I mean, over time. Yes, but there was something else I was thinking about. But can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I asked if it's rather an advantage, or is it something that you see as something negative, this loneliness?
But I think it's for me it's two different things. So, like when you say it's negative, the first thing that comes to me when you say that, for me, there's not an option.
Now we're back to that. Yeah, you said that before, that a lot of times there are no options.
It's not like for me it's the thing. I really, there's only one way forward.
Yeah.
On that level, like there's not an option. I will not back down. I will not give up.
Yeah.
And so yes. But I also want to say, I think I said, like, I think there's a difference there's one thing being the entrepreneur, there's another thing being the CEO, because being the CEO, when I say it's lonely, on that level, it's more, I mean, you are the last line of defense, making the hard decisions, you really need to, make sure that like the company and everything in the company is in alignment with what we stand for and stuff. So there's a different kind of stress, and I can see when the company is growing, I can see these things more and more as two different things. And I would say like the first 8 years, it was I think it was more in one way the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes sense, but
Yeah.
it's a part of actually growing and scaling up the company. So the role, the CEO role, is it's a little bit more different when the company is growing.
Yeah, and I know that obviously also comes with lots of responsibility, and I know that you carry a lot of responsibility basically alone on your own shoulders. And I think I've mentioned it a couple of times. Like for me, I don't know if I would choose this for me personally. I think I would be too scared. But how do you cope with this, with like being aware of all the responsibility that you have all the time, and it's basically on you all the time?
I think it's the same answer as I said before. Like, is there an option?
Yeah.
And so I mean, you can't change anything in the world without taking responsibility. So yes,
True.
and that's I mean, you know, all the things I'm talking about, like the vision I have for the company, and I think, like, I have come to that point several times. You know, when when I'm looking myself, when I look myself in the mirror, and I think, like, you know, I get that feeling like I need to step up the game. And I think the question you asked is very often is actually related to these moments.
Okay, how's that?
Because that's, for me, is, you know, that's being responsible for the things I'm talking about. Like, is the stuff I'm talking about really mapping with the is my step work mapping with the vision and the image, the clouds I'm painting, you know?
Okay, interesting.
So what I'm trying to say is, like, are you talking about the stuff, or are you actually doing anything?
Yeah.
And that's the moment where you make the responsible decision.
Yeah, I think that's a good sentence that you just said there. Very important. I think for me that's it. That was what I wanted to know. But maybe I have one last question out of curiosity. If you think about your entrepreneurial journey now, would you sometimes wish that there would have been someone else by your side, or are you glad that you did this whole journey on your own?
So I think that's a really good question, because, you know, the game could be, you know, I mean, like, you know, sometimes I refer, you know, to boxing, and I know you, when you're in the ring, I mean, you kind of, you are lonely with the opponent, and the opponent in this case could be, you know, the daily challenges you have as a boxer, you know, or as the opponent, as a boxer, is the daily challenges that you have as an entrepreneur. But the thing is, the boxer is not necessarily alone. I mean, there is a team around that person.
True.
And there is
people in the crowd, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there could be someone in the crowd, someone maybe watching this vlog, but you must also understand, you know, I had different breakthroughs moment in my life when I, you know, on a conscious level made a decision, you know, to open myself up, or, you know, seek help, you know, took a phone call, and I have, I made that to grow as a person.
Yeah.
But I mean, but still, you as an entrepreneur, you are the person that need to roll with the punches, and you need to jab, you need to hook, you need. I mean, you need to do the activity, but between the rounds, you could maybe have someone giving you water or some encouraging words, or you could, between the games, you could, work out. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I get exactly what you mean.
Like,
yeah.
you are not lonely. There is. You have YouTube, you have books to read, podcast. So it's not like you will never win alone.
Yes.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that at the end, there is not really anyone else caring if you are succeeding or not.
Yeah.
It's a lonely sport.
Yeah, you're taking the punches after all. Yeah, you are the one.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Yeah.
It's like what Mike Tyson said. Like, everyone has a plan before they get hit in their face.
That's true. That's a good one. I think that's the perfect ending to this episode. I'm glad I asked this last question. I think that was very interesting what you said there.
Yeah, it was a very important point.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
And to be honest, I think I just want to say something. I want to wrap up this episode with that, because that's actually the main purpose of this vlog. That's why I'm doing these episodes together with you, Svea, and it's because to put myself out there and be that voice that I myself needed when I was sleeping between the garbage room and the wine cellar, and that's why I'm here. And if you are watching this vlog and you have anything you think about, any questions or something you would like me and Svea to bring up here and talk about, please leave a comment and hit the bell, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.
Yeah, nothing left for me to say. Thanks for that, Mattias. No. Perfect ending. See you in the next one, and thank you all for watching, and thank you, Mattias. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Svea.
Beautiful episode. The favorite for me was the one where you slept in the office, because we have mentioned it many times, but I think you've never described it like so vividly, like with the fan and like there was no mattress and your 4 boxes. That was really nice.